Good evening. Good evening, baseball fans. This is your broadcaster speaking on behalf of SESN, bringing to you live from Seattle, game day 22 of season 27 of the HCBBL between the Los Angeles Reapers and the Seattle Sonics, broadcasted live from the corner of Edgar and Dave. Last night, the Los Angeles Reapers took game 1 of this two-game series on a final score of 3-2. The result was very controversial after Los Angeles relief pitcher Big Nate took 9 minutes and 39 seconds to throw a pitch to Seattle's Talks, who has since been traded, with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the bottom half of the 9th inning. This was following a challenge from the Los Angeles player manager, which happened 3 minutes after Talks stepped into the box, challenging that Seattle was switching players in the batting order. The challenge was unsuccessful, and 2 directors demanded to play ball, but the pitcher was allowed to keep stalling to ice the batters and the players. In the end, Gabriel Plays was picked off second base, and the at-bat never even finalized, so the Reapers took the win there. In other news in terms of specific players, Notre Dame was able to get out of his small mire. He hit 2 solo home runs yesterday. He's also been traded. And Cappy, former Seattle player, now, of course, with Los Angeles following that trade, ended his 0-19 streak with a good performance. And in addition, another player traded, former Seattle bench player Bonds, also got his chance and showed out, going 2 for 3 with a solo shot in the 5th that made it 2-1 Los Angeles. So before we go into the transaction news, we're going to read the line scores out from yesterday's game. Starting off with the away side Los Angeles Reapers, Frog Rays led off the game and went 0 for 4 and struck out 3 times. Anoma pinch hit in the 9th inning in the first position and popped out to third in the lone at-bat. Big Nate, the relief pitcher, went 0-5 on the day with a strikeout, was followed in the lineup by Cappy. Cappy went 2 for 5 with a strikeout. Then Andro batted 4th, and the cleanup man did most of a good chunk of damage. He went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, a run scored, and a walk. That run came in the 8th inning. That was the winning run. 2-for-7, the starting pitcher, went 1 for 4 with a single, and in the 6th position, Notke went 1 for 4 with a single as well, but had the game-winning RBI on that single, of course, in the 8th inning. Then Elitski batted in the 7th position. They went 3 for 4 with a run scored RBI, thanks to a 6th-run home run. Bonds hit a tying home run. Elitski was the one who hit the home run that made it 2-1 Los Angeles. Then GK21 batted 8th, went 1 for 4 with a single. Bonds batted in the 9-hole, as I said earlier, 2 for 3 with a solo shot, and a double counted for his run and RBI. And then batting in pinch hitting in the 8th inning, Musha went 0 for 1 with a strikeout. On the mound for the Reapers, 2-for-7 went 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs allowed, both on home runs, struck out 5 and walked none. Big Nate, in 2 innings of relief, took the win. 2 hits, no runs allowed, a strikeout and a walk to his name. Now for the Seattle bats. Leading off was Baggio, who has since been suspended for the rest of the season, if not banned from the league, to my understanding. But in this game, went 1 for 4 with a single and a strikeout. Batting second was Talks. Talks was the man up when Gabriel Plays got picked off at second base. But on the day, he went 1 for 4 with a single, and he grounded out short to first in a double play. Then Bellinger batted. In my scorecard, he went 1 for 4, but because of the fact that when he flew out to center field to end the 8th inning, Baggio fan-alled, he was credited with a hit, so he technically went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. And batting cleanup was Captain Vellanaris, and he's been in a real batting slump. Another 0 for yesterday, he went 0 for 4 with a strikeout looking in the 6th. Then batting in the 5th position was Flamedrius, who has also left the team. Flamedrius went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but would have been the tying run, left stranded on third base after a walk. Notre Dame batted 6, and was the power bat and the offensive bat, and basically just the whole offense. He was the whole shebang for Seattle yesterday. The former first baseman of the Sonics went 2 for 4, both of which were solo home runs. Then batting in the 7th position was the GOAT, GOAT Gabriel Plays, but he had a great day at the plate, in my opinion. 2 for 4. He had a clutch single with 2 outs in the 9th that kept that inning alive. I brought up Velpux, who batted 8th. Velpux went 2 for 4. Both singles, struck out once. That single in the 9th inning was a surprising 2-ball, 2-strike push bunt just shy of the pitcher's mound, and he got there safely with a real hustling play. Those were also his first 2 hits of the season, as he had been in a real 0 for 10 start, I believe. Then batting in the 9th position, what started the game was Puerto Rican, who struck out swinging before leaving the game due to illness, I believe. Then Sicaro had 2 at-bats, had left the game, by the way, before Talks came to bat, so Seattle actually only had 7 men in the lineup for the time being. But Sicaro did not have a good day at the plate, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Then on the mound for the Sonics, Belenaris took the ball to start with and had a good game. 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and gave up 1 home run. Then Sicaro... Sorry, that's not right. Gave up 2 home runs. Then Sicaro came in the game in relief and took the loss. In 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 run allowed, and 2 strikeouts, no walks. So, those are your line scores from yesterday. And now we're going to move on to the transaction news. It's just come over the wire. The Seattle Sonics received June and Oriferius, who I believe are both set to appear in this day. The players traded from Los Angeles, Doogie and... Doogie and Delta have yet to appear in a game. And I believe Echo is to take the hill. He was the compensation acquisition for Sins, who was the first player on the Sonics team to fan all the season. And I can't believe I have to say first. I can't believe it happened even once. But I digress. Well, here is June's stats in 18 games, batting .514, 22 RBIs, and 8 home runs. And Aura, not as productive at the plate, but still a good, reliable bat. In 14 games, 228, 8 RBIs, 3 home runs. But the real killer diller here, 2 for 2 record on the mound with a 3.33 ERA in 4 appearances. And lastly, before we go on, here are the scheduled games for today. Of course, Los Angeles plays Seattle. That's what we're here for. But also at the 8 o'clock Eastern slot, Washington plays Iowa, Philadelphia plays Milwaukee. The Sonics would rather the Iowa Dream and the Milwaukee Honey Badgers win those games, so 3 clean sweep for the home side in the 8 o'clock slots is preferable. But for 9 o'clock Eastern, Arizona and Baltimore, Chicago Ravens and Denver, Chicago Breeze and San Francisco. So for that, the Sonics would rather Baltimore win to make it 4 for 4 home teams, but they'd rather both Chicago teams take victories in their away stands to end out all 2-game series. There's no more 2-game series after today. Each team will play each other one more time down the stretch. And lastly, I want to cycle back to that 9 minutes and 39 seconds that it took the the Los Angeles pitcher Big Nate to throw a pitch to Talks. The rule stated in the HCBBL rules is called the Cal rule. I have it here. You cannot take more than 2 minutes to throw a single pitch to a batter. This will result in a warning/ejection. Now, if we give it at value that Los Angeles player manager Nate challenged at 3 minutes in that 9 minutes and 39 seconds, but he was warned twice, and on top of that, took a lot longer than those 2 warnings to throw the first pitch. So, although it's to my understanding that a game has never been reversed because of something like that, again, I don't know if a game has ever been replayed. I'm going to assume not, given the time slotting arrangements. But either way, this was still a mockery of the sport. 10 minutes to pitch, and all for nothing. It was the most anticlimactic thing I've ever seen. The pickoff at second base, after all of that controversy, he was told by 2 separate directors to pitch, did not pitch, but anyways. So that's all we have in the pregame. Of course, none of this matters if Seattle doesn't win tonight, It's Los Angeles Reapers and Seattle Sonics coming up after a short break. Please stand by. Well, we're almost ready here. Of course, Seattle, the home team, will take the field. Los Angeles, the away team, will bat first. May take me a second to recognize some of the new faces on the Seattle team, their avatars. But once the fielding positions are out, I can tell you who's playing where. On the mound tonight, as I said, has been announced to be Echo. I believe that's Aura or Furious. That must be June. There's Echo. Well, looks like we're almost ready here. Seattle waiting on a ninth player to take the field, I believe. There we go. Here, while we wait, I'm going to figure out who's in the outfield. Well, you wouldn't believe it. In left field is Riley Kias. He will be making his major league debut. Be making his professional debut. He has no stats in the IPU or in HCBBL. First pitch to Frogray is fouled off first base side. This game is underway in Seattle. That ball is bounding to third. Or Furious fires and retires. A first batter. And there's one down here. Up steps Man Knight Dazer. I believe he was just traded to the Reapers. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Echo, as I said earlier in the pregame, making his season debut today. Wily left-hander is compensation for Sins, who is also in the Seattle rotation. It's 1-1 now. So the outfielder's left to right. Riley Kias, I believe that's Kaz, in center, and June in right field. Infielders left to right. Or Furious third, Velenaris second, swing and a miss there. Velenaris at short. Bellinger at second. I believe he's in trade talks with Arizona. At first base is Puerto Rican. Catching is Velpux and pitching is Echo as Man Knight pops that one foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Well, here we go. That is a ball and evens the count at 2 apiece. Grounded through the box. Velenaris has it. Short over to first in time. 2 away. And up is Cappy. X-Sonic. Cappy entering this game was in an 0 for, or entering yesterday was an 0 for 19 slump with 1 sacrifice fly to his credit. Already got 2 hits in the Los Angeles uniform, batting here with 2 away and nobody on. Top of the first. Strike 1. Ball on the outside half of the plate. Cappy used to be the leadoff man with Seattle, was knocked down to 5th, and was brought up to 2nd, knocked back down to 5th, and is now batting 3rd for Los Angeles. Here's the 1-1. Swung over the top, ball in the dirt, strike 2. And swing and a miss, strike 3, down he goes. So Frog Rays grounds third to first, Mad Knight grounds short to first, Cappy strikes out swinging, that's no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the score, after half an inning, is Los Angeles nothing, Seattle coming to bat here. Echo leading off, and one of the main players of yesterday, no, looks like Mad Knight will be pitching. That's Captain Big Nate there, standing next to him on the mound. As Nate heads out to right field, I suppose. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. You know, some of these days I have no idea what they're doing. Just wasting time, but looks like everyone's ready. Mad Knight will be the pitcher. Start the game off for the Reapers on the hill. Echo is ready. Fouls the first pitch into the seats, third base side. And that's the first strike on him. Echo, lifetime stats. If I can grab him off my paper. As he takes ball 1. In 125 games, 173 for 516 for a 335 clip. As he hits that one and pops it to second base. He has 89 home runs, 89 RBIs, 36 home runs entering this game. Was with Atlanta last year. Well, none of that matters when you don't get on base. Here's Vallenares. Vallenares, as I said earlier, has been in a... Oh! That ball is crushed to left field. That is over the wall for a home run. Well, just as I was about to say, Vallenares has not been hitting the ball. He's been flying out. He's been striking out. He certainly hasn't been hitting it anywhere out of near the park. Just gets a home run here with one away in the bottom of the first, and it's 1-0 Seattle. Well, way to inspire the team after 2 games of controversy and trading 6 players away, getting 4 back. Well, it looks like a new team here. Los Angeles down in the hole early, 1-0. Well, here's Bellinger. Bellinger has been the real RBI home run threat. You can see his stats: 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. Got his 40th hit yesterday, thanks to Baggio fouling before his flyout was caught. It's 1-1 on him now. It takes all the way. Well, how about that? 1-1. 1-0 Seattle. Bomb the first. Ball is high. And now it's 3-1, and it's a hitter's count here for Bellinger. And you definitely don't want to give him a hitter's count. Mad Knight is ready. Kicks, winds, delivers. That is inside, ball 4. Bellinger takes his walk. Puts one on for Orifiris. Well, those are his stats, I told you. 228 batter so far this season. But he's really a pitching star. And that's why he was traded to Seattle. Fouls that first pitch into the backstop. 0-1. And now it's 0-2. Does Mad Knight have him where he wants him? Bellinger on first. 1-0 Seattle. That ball's in the dirt. Right-handed batter waits. Pops that one straight in the sky, foul territory, and the catcher will be there to make the putout. So that's the second out of the inning. And up steps Jerko, making his season debut today. First appearance for him. In 224 games, Jerko is 167 for 216 for a 271 batting average, 70 RBIs, 22 home runs. Was with Hideko Nippon last season. And has lifetime experience in 18 playoff games. Took the first pitch for a ball there. So first time seeing Jerko. So he's playing center field today. That's my mistake. I thought Kaz would be playing. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Bellinger's been glued to first base ever since he got there. That ball is laid out just past second base, and it's caught. And that will take us to the top of the second inning. So, Echo pops to second. Vallenares hits a solo home run. Bellinger walks. Ora pops foul to catcher. Durko pops to short. That's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And the score, after 1 inning, Seattle 1, Los Angeles nothing. GWHB starts this off with a lazy pop out to second base. So here is Big Nate, Los Angeles captain. I told you early in the pregame, he almost stalled out a game. His team did get the victory. 9 minutes and 39 seconds to pitch to Talks. Takes that ball in the dirt, ball 1. Echo been working quickly ever since he's taken the hill. And here comes the 1-0. That is low in the dirt again, ball 2. Comes a 2-0. That is hit in the air. Right field. June makes a diving catch there. And there is 2 away here. So yesterday, it was Los Angeles fielders robbing Seattle bats of base hits. Vice versa, opposite way here. Here comes Andrew, had 2 doubles yesterday, and scored once, scored the winning run. Strike 1. Check that on the outside half of the plate. Andrew's been a real bright spot for this Los Angeles team. Just got out of the last position. Still, of course, lingering in the cellar. With only 7 wins on the season. 1-1 now. Infield playing standard. Actually, the middle infielder shaded a slight bit back. Outfielders roughly at standard depth. Perhaps center fielder playing a bit shallow. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nowhere near that one. And Echo looking for another 1-2-3 inning here. Here's the pitch. Check swing did not go around. Outside, ball 2. Well, this has definitely been a better start so far for Seattle, knock on wood. Not giving up really anything of good hard contact as of now. But here's the 2-2. Grounded through the box. Vallenares is up with it. Short to first in time. Another 1-2-3 inning for Seattle. GWHB pops to second. Big Nate flies to right. Andrew ground short to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the score after 1.5 inning remains Seattle 1, Los Angeles nothing. So here is Riley making his professional debut here. HCBBL debut. Did not feature an IPU to my understanding, nor Asia, nor Blitz, nor anything with stats. As there's a lazy ground ball to the first baseman, who will take it himself for the out. So welcome to the bigs. Here's Velpux. He's been around a while. Got his first 2 hits of the season yesterday. But don't let that deceive you, that 118 batting average. Entering the game, he was a 250 lifetime man. Ex-Milwaukee. Here's the pitch. And that was in there. Strike 1. So we're quickly in the bottom of the second. The game going along pretty rapidly. Both pitchers pitch quick. Here's the 1-1 now, as that ball was in the dirt. Swung over the top. Strike 2. Velpix was a little crafty for a second hit. There was 2 outs when he came to the plate in the bottom of the 9th, as he pops that one foul to the screen. He bunted with 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. And it was a beautiful bunt, about halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, shaded a bit to the third base side. And he just legged it out. And he got on base. As he pops that one just past the pitcher's mound, pitcher is there, shortstop's there, third baseman makes the catch. And there is 2 away here in the bottom of the second. So up steps Puerto Rican. He went 0 for 1 yesterday with a strikeout. Left the game early. I believe he was feeling unwell, but he's ready now. 1-0 the count. In his lone at bat, he was out in front of a lot of balls, swinging wildly, swinging too early. But here's the 1-0. Fouled. And now that one was a little bit late. Just fights it off. 1-1 now. 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the second, Seattle 1, Los Angeles nothing. And he was out in front of that one. Fooled by the speed change. 1-2. I think that was Baggio. I don't know why they let him keep his official role after abusing yesterday, but I digress. Takes that one high and outside. Ball 2. So 2's down the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second, here's the pitch. Swung out in front of it, strike 3, down he goes. So Riley Kias grounds to first. Velpux pops to third. Puerto Rican strikes out swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. The score after 2 full innings. Seattle 1, Los Angeles nothing. So up comes the pitcher of yesterday, 247 Noob, batting the 7th position here. Went 1 for 4 yesterday. They had a good day at the plate. Good day on the mound, apologies. Echo, of course, still in here. Pitched the third. Retired the first 6 Los Angeles bats in succession. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Grounded. A 1-hopper. Bellinger. No one over there at first base. Here's the throw. Oh, my goodness gracious. He jumped in front of it. Pitcher had the bag covered as Elitski comes. That breaks up the no-hitter. That breaks up the perfect game. So, chalk that one off as a mental error on Puerto Rican. But that is blooped. Right field. Texas Leaguer falls between second and third. Station to station, they go. Elitski really tore Seattle pitching yesterday. And he has a hit here. And here comes Bonds. Crushed a home run. About dead away center. And hits that one out to left. Left fielder. Slow to get it. Riley Kias now with it. Is running it in. And station to station they go again. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And just one error. Look at what it's done. So here's Frog Rays. Frog Rays changed avatars from yesterday. Went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Hits that one down the line. Just foul and just lucky. That would have driven in 2. Baggio somersaulting. I don't understand why you let someone do that. Get away with it scot-free. 1-1 in the dirt. Blown in. But nonetheless, it's 2-4-7 at third. Elitski at second. Bounds at first. Blown away to Frog Rays. Ball 2. Top of the third inning and 3 men on here for the Reapers. Here comes 2-1. Swung on. No, half swing, but it was in there anyways. 2-2. Big at bat here, and now the count is full. Are you going to give him a pitch to hit, or are you going to hope he chases? Let's see. Payoff pitches coming here early. Early big at bat. Frog Race calls time, steps away. He does a lap, and he's going to come back here. Right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. 2-4-7, dancing off third. Swing and miss, strike 3. He got him. A big strikeout of Frog Rays. And up comes the pitcher Mad Knight now. Echo has 2 more to get. First offering is in the dirt, ball 1. A big strikeout there of the Los Angeles leadoff man. And here is another dangerous hitter. 1-0 the count. I forgot to turn off my Steam. Oh well. Here's the 1-0, and I forgot to turn on my desktop audio. That's my bad. I can do that now I don't have music to worry about. That was blown away, 2-0. Can hear the live game sounds. Apologies, it came couple innings late, but no worries. 2-0. Here it comes. Foul to third base side. 2-1. Echo is a little terse there on the mound. Mad Knight in the box. Here's the pitch. Foul down the third base line, and that could have been a rally-ending double play. Or Furious was playing close to the line there. Infielders in a normal depth now. Outfielders about standard. Center fielder shaded a bit in. Check swing did not go around. Low and in. Count is full again. 3-2. Another full count. Another big at-bat. Will Echo give him something to hit, or will he give him something to whiff at? Here's the 3-2. It is fouled first base side over the dugout, and we'll do it again. Full count. Everyone is in here on the action to see if Seattle can pull through despite their two demoralizing games of mercy by Columbus, now Chicago Ravens, and an unfortunate sequence yesterday. Lifts that one out to left. That will drive in 2-4-7. The throw comes into the pitcher, and a run scores that ties the ball game. It's one apiece. RBI single for the pitcher, Mad Knight. Helps his own cause. Brings it in yesterday's pitcher, 2-4-7. Alitsky stands on third now. Bonds at second base. And here comes Cappy, the ex-Sonic. Awaits the first pitch. Check swing outside. Ball one. So 1-1 your score now. Los Angeles on the hit parade. 4 hits in this inning. Pickoff. Oh, Puerto Rican not playing off the bag. They would have had him. Well, at least, if anything, that will keep the runners honest. Perhaps just a slightly mistimed, quick pickoff. But anyways, here's the 1-0. Better focus on the batter. Hits that one. Into the gap! That's going to definitely score too. Mad Knight was around with the ball when the pitch was thrown. He's making a mad dash from third. Oh, well, he's going to stay there. Cappy. 2 RBI double. And a calamitous inning here for the Sonics. Scores Alitsky and Bonds. Mad Knight at third base now. 1 away. GWHB. Oh, Puerto Rican couldn't get it. That's going to score Mad Knight. Cappy is coming around. Here's the throw. Slide. Kelly slide. He's safe. And that's 2 more runs. 2 RBI single for GWHB. And just like that, it's 5-1 Los Angeles. Hits that one straight to center for the second out. And up steps Andrew, 9th batter in this inning. So Seattle, a bad cue there at first base. 2-4-7 lucky. Pitcher covered the bag in time. Bellinger tried to throw. Puerto Rican got on the way to throw. Then Alitsky singled. Texas Leaguer. Bonds had a nice single. Then Frog Rays struck out. You thought the momentum changed, but Mad Knight RBI singled. Cappy 2 RBI doubled. GWHB 2 RBI single. It's 0-2 on Andrew here. Echo been beat around in this spot in top half of the third. 5-1. 2 strikes and 2 outs. 1 on here. Check swing in the dirt. Ball 1. So, a series of unfortunate events for the Sonics, but here's the 1-2 in the dirt again. Evens the count. 2's down the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on and a 4-run lead for the Reapers. And down he goes. Well, I don't know. 2-4-7 singles. Alitsky singles. Bonds singles. Frogray strikes out swinging. Mad Knight RBI singles. Cappy has a 2 RBI double. GWHP has a 2 RBI single. Big Nate flies to center. Andrew strikes out. That's 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 1 left. The score after 2.5 innings is Los Angeles 5, Seattle 1. Oh, here's Kaz batting in the 9th position. It was not June. That is my apologies. I knew Kaz was going to play, but he swings and misses. Strike 2. And down he goes for strike 3. Well, 0-1 on Echo. He fouled that one off. Here's the 1-1. Fouled, third base side. Well, Echo popped to second in the first, leading off. And waves at that one. Strike 3 for the second out. So up is Velenaris. He tried to kickstart something, had a big solo home run for the Sonics in the first inning. And here he comes to bat again. That is lifted. Right center. Right fielder is up with it. He makes the catch for the third out. So Kaz strikes out. Echo strikes out. And Velenaris flies to right. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And the score after 3 full innings, Seattle now still trailing 5-1. So we're ready now. So shift to the camera angle. Transition into the top of the 4th here. Down Broadway for strike 1 on pitcher Noob. Or not pitcher today, but he is a pitcher. Noob started it with the lucky infield single. 0-2 the count now. Echo needs to bounce back from that. Seattle needs to bounce back from that. Swings and misses. Strike 3. Down he goes. And that's a good start to it. Up comes Elitski, also singled in that inning. Fouled. First base side. So that's inside. Ball 1. Just inside. 50-50 there. Blown away for a ball 2. And that's fouled. Third base side. Makes the stands. Here's the 2-2. One hopper to Bellinger. Oh, Puerto Rican, actually. They swapped. Second to first. I guess that's one way to prevent the mistake from being repeated. But here is Bonds. He entered the series batting 182. He's now batting as solid as 333. His lone RBI off that solo shot in the 5th yesterday. Takes the first pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. So full squad is catching now. Velpux was the catcher. As that is lifted to left field. And a diving catch made there to end the inning. So 2-4-7 strikes out swinging. Elitski grounds second to first. Bonds flies to left. That's no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the score after 3.5 innings remains Seattle 1 and Los Angeles 5. And here's Bellinger. Dancing around. Walked his first time on a 3-1 count, I believe. We're almost ready here. It'll be Bellinger, then Aura, then Jerko. Unless there's been a change in the lineup, as that's in the dirt, ball 1. Well, Bellinger also expressed dissatisfaction or satisfaction with this team as he takes that first strike. Yesterday, on the air, he has demanded a trade. As here comes the 1-1 that is hit over the head of the third. Oh! Robbed by the third baseman. Up comes Oriferius now. And he hits that one through the hole, and he's got a single. So Bellinger unlucky. Oriferius hit a little lower. And up steps Jerko now. Popped to shortstop to end the first inning. Mad Knight gives him a pitch in the dirt, and he golfs at it. 0-1. So Oriferius dancing off of first. Here's the second pitch from Mad Knight outside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Couldn't angle it properly. Riley Kias is the man on deck. 2-2. Perhaps he's been replaced. As I reminded you earlier, as Jerko hits that one straight on the hop to the shortstop, there is no double play. Oh, what the heck? I thought he caught that. Well, I guess it's a double play. 6-4-3 ends the inning. So Bellinger lines to third, or as singles, and Jerko grounds into double play. That's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. Score after 4 full innings. Still Los Angeles 5, Seattle 1. And correct me if I need glasses, because I actually am wearing glasses. But that did not look like a ground ball to me. 0-1 the count. On Frog Rays. Struck out with the bases loaded in the third. Of course, those runs were driven in. Grounded third to first to open the game. 1-1 the count. Grounded, Weekly, third base. Orr is up with it, throws to Bellinger in time. So here's Mad Knight. RBI single. Second time up, grounded short to first in the first. And he grounds out just foul down the line. Oh, that was almost fair. And that's fouled. Also, third base side. So 0-2 on Mad Knight. Hits that one. Oh, Bellineris got it for the second out. So here's Cappy, the real crushing blow, and he drills that one right field. Kaz a bit slow to get to it. That hits off the wall. It's in the warning track. Kaz now up with it. Left-handed outfielder throws it in, and it's a stand-up double for Cappy. And the ex-Seattle man is really putting the jinx on his former team just after trading him. Well, how about that? Here's GWHB, 2 RBI double. One and one, they count. Reaches out for that one. Puerto Rican cannot make the play. I got away from Riley. That might drive in a run. Here's there's no throw to the plate. Ay, that's a little bit of a fielding issue. So that's another run for Los Angeles. GWHB, his third RBI of the day, his second hit as Big Nate takes outside, ball 1. So now the score, 6-1 Los Angeles. And you can all laugh when I put in the hits column. In the dirt, ball 2. And therefore a called strike. 2-1. Three and 1 they count. So here is the pitch fouled, third base side. Now the count is full. Here in Seattle, Reapers have a 5-run lead. Top of the 5th inning. Payoff pitch. Runner. Oh my goodness gracious, that should have been a pickoff. Ballinger couldn't get there in time. So, well, Echo will pitch to Big Nate here. Full count. Payoff pitch now. Through the Williams shift there, and the left fielder is up with it to make the catch. So station to station again. GWHB at second. Big Nate, his first hit of the day. Here is Andro. Struck out looking in the third. Grounded short to first in the second. Ended both innings. Batting for the third time in 4 innings, Los Angeles on the hit parade. Waves at that one, but did not go around. 1-0. That ball in the dirt. So, by the way, the full squad will be when he comes up next, as that's grounded third to first. Will be making his third at bat. So he's probably replacing Vilpux, as Andro grounds third to first. So Frog Rays grounds third to first. Mad Knight pops to short. Cappy doubles. GWHB RBI singles. Big Nate singles. Andro grounds third to first. No 1 run, 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. And the score after 5 innings, Los Angeles 6, Seattle 1. So here's Mad Knight. Been pitching brilliantly. 1 run on 2 hits. Has struck out 3 and walked 1 as of now. Here's the first pitch to Riley Kias. 1-0 the count. Grounded softly to first, his first time up in his career. And here's the 1-0. High, ball 2. Pitching around the youngster. Here comes the 2-0. Waves at that one for strike 1. Outside pitch. Didn't get to it. 2-1 now. And he waved at the hook. He was over the top of that one, and the count is evened at 2-2. Mad Knight has him where he wants him. Southpaw delivers. Oh, just inside. A big league take there for the man making his 2nd ever plate appearance. First baseman dancing. Oh my goodness, he just walked him. So Riley Kias gets to first base for the first time in his career. Congratulations to him. He has a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 5th. Well, full squad is ready. Left-handed batter is 1 for 2 on the season. That's all of his big league experience. He was with Fubon in the last IPU season. So it's time for his 2nd ever game, 3rd ever plate appearance. As Mad Knight is, remonstrating. A lot of empty space there in right field. Right fielder playing, very shaded to center. Here is the first pitch to full squad. That ball is high. So Riley Kias at first base. Velpux has been replaced by full squad. As he hits that one to center field. The center fielder is there to make the catch. Riley Kias heads back to first. So Vilpix ends the day going 0 for 1. Well, here's Puerto Rican, now playing first base after his mistake. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Mad Knight pitching brilliantly, pitching strong, pitching fast. 1-1, ball is high. On deck is Kaz, struck out on 3 pitches, as that ball is in there for strike 2. The bottom of the 5th. Slow one. Taken. Ball 2. A big one. Big take there. So here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down he goes. And up steps Kaz. With 1 on and 2 away. Down by 5. Seattle not making this one close. It was 3-2 yesterday. It's 6-1 here. Stepping in. Looking for a longer at-bat this time. Here is the pitch. Down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Who was not caught up to that one. Well, here's the 0-1. Down Broadway again for strike 2. Mad Knight. Is he going to give him something again? Here's the pitch. Bunted, foul. That will be a strikeout. And the 3rd out of the inning. So Riley Kies walks. Full squad pinch hitting in the 5th inning. Flies to center. Puerto Rican strikes at swinging. Kaz strikes out. No runs. No hits. No errors. 1 left. The score after 5 full innings. Los Angeles 5, Seattle 1. Top of the 6th now, and 247 steps up. 1-0. On 247, singled and scored in the 3rd. Struck out swinging to open the 4th, and the count is even at 1-1 now. It's not a good day at the office. Weak ground ball. Puerto Rican up with it. The throw to first is in time. Here's Elitski. Grounded second to first. Last time up. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Waves at that one for strike 1. Oh, I forgot mute. Well, 0-1 now. Uh-oh. That's crushed. Right field. By the foul pole. That ball is out of here and gone. Solo home run for Elitski. Down the right field line. And that's a real crunching blow, to quote the pretzel I just ate. And that makes it 7-1. Los Angeles. Lead looking a bit insurmountable now. So up steps Bonds. 1 for 2. Flew to left in the 4th to end the 4th. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Flips out 1. Foul territory. Bellinger's there to make the catch for the 2nd out. So here's Frog Rays, another avatar change. Dancing around, 0 for 3. 0 for 4 yesterday. I don't know if I'd be so happy with an 0-7, but looking to not strike out for the 5th time this series. High, ball 1. Two 2-0 now. Inside, ball 3. And Echo. Bit of a jam again. 3-0 is down the plate. Strike 1. Fouls that one off the plate. Makes it count 3-2. Payoff pitch is fouled away again. So here comes another payoff pitch. Fouled away again. And that one's hit. Texas leaguer between short and center field. Well, how about that? How about that? So here comes Mad Knight. With 1 on and 2 away. Popped to short in the 5th. Last time up. In the dirt for ball 1. Cappy on deck. Echo laboring on the mound. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That is hit out to left field, where it'll be caught for the 3rd out. So to the bottom of the 6th we go. 2-4-7 ground second to first. Elitski homers. Bonds pops foul to first. Frog rays singles. Mad Knight flies to left. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left, and the score after 5.5 now reads Los Angeles 7, Seattle 1. So here's Echo. Has not really helped his cause. Apologies, Seattle is not getting 1 hit. They're getting 2 hit. Which is not much better. But I digress. 1-1. Fouled first base side. We'll do it again at the count 1-2 now. Popped straight in the air. Pitcher off the mound. Mad Knight gets mossed by his catcher. And now there is 1 away, and up is the 2-man, Belinaris. Popped to second in the 3rd. Solo home run in the 1st. Lone score for the Sonics. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Well, here's the 1-0. And that one took a little promenade for strike 1. So even Stevens, 1 down the board, grounds it through the Williams shift for a single. 3rd hit of the day for the Sonics. 2nd hit for Belinaris. Rounding first and coming back now. It was testing the fielders. Up is Bellinger. 0 for 1 with a walk. Popped to 3rd in the 4th, leading off. And that walk came in the 1st. Outside, never got anywhere near the plate. Pitch now. That clipped the corner for strike 1. So look for the inside half here. Oh, wow, the curved and hit the top right corner. So 1-2 on Bellinger. Belinaris leading off at first. Hits that one out to straight to the left fielder for the 2nd out. Up is Orifurious. Singled through the gap for the 2nd hit of the day in the 4th inning. Dismissed on a double play by the man on deck, Jerko. Batting with 2 outs and 1 on. Here's the pitch. Hit to right field. Right fielder playing very shallow to make the catch to end the inning. Echo pops to catcher. Velonaire singles. Bellinger flies to left. And Aura flies to right. No runs. One hit. No errors. Nothing left. Through 6 innings, Seattle lying down pretty quietly and taking a beating. Los Angeles 7, Seattle 1. We're in the 7th inning stretch, which I still don't understand why it happens after the bottom half, but my microphone will be back after I have some more pretzels. Well, I guess Echo is going to finish the game. Here is Cappy, 2 for 3 on the day. 2 doubles, scored on both, and 2 RBIs that came in the 3rd inning off that double. Struck out swinging to end the 1st. But of course, that doesn't matter when you go 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. So, the count 0-2 now, though. Echo looking to get him out again. Here's the pitch. Fouled, third base side. And the 0-2 is inside. Almost clipped him rather than the plate. 1-2. The quick pitch. Lifted. Over the head of the first baseman. A diving catch made for the the first out. Sorry. Up steps GWHB. RBI singled in the 5th. 2 RBI singled in the 3rd. Popped to second in the 2nd, leading off. Now here is the first offering to the cleanup man. Echo delivers, and he's way out in front of that one for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 now. Popped it, foul. First base side, full squad running for it. Echo running forward. What a diving catch made for the 2nd out. And up steps Big Nate now. 1 for 3. Single in the 5th. Flew to center in the 2nd and the 3rd. Flew to right in the 2nd. And that one's hit to straightaway center. Center fielder can't get up with it. Throw comes in quickly to Holden to a long single. 2-out single here for Big Nate. 12th Los Angeles hit. Here is Andrew now. 0 for 3 after yesterday's good game as he takes that one outside. Grounded third to first in the 5th. Struck out looking in the 3rd. Grounded short to first to end the 2nd. Echo, a little beleaguered out there, but pitching all the way. 5-run 3rd inning. The real big cost, as that's in there for a strike. And here comes a 1-1. Bounded foul down the third base side. Los Angeles hitting a lot of those chopped balls, those bounding balls, as that's a 2-2. So 2's down the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Fouled. First base side will do it again at the same count. I wish I could say Seattle only trailing by 2. They are trailing by 6. But here comes a 2-2, and it's fouled away again. Here it comes. Hit to center field. A little softer than the last one. That falls in. Trap play. And the throw comes into 3rd, and the runner's safe. Mad dash by a big Nate, first to third. And Los Angeles threatens again here with 2 outs and 2 on. Up comes Orpheus now. That finally does it for Echo. He goes 2 and 6 2/3 innings. As that is ripped left field on the first pitch to Noob. And that will score 1. Here comes a throw to second base. And another run scores. 2 RBI single for 247 Noob. Aura, not responsible for those runs. I regret to say that Echo has not had a good start. Two RBI double for 247 Noob. Here's Elitski. Oh my goodness, I do this every single time. Please stand by. Always forget to jump. But you know, we really aren't missing much, as it's been quite a unpleasant game. And we didn't miss anything. Oh, I can't get my camera, so I'm gonna have to mute the desktop audio. Oh, please stand by. Jeez, I'm so sorry about that. You know, it happens. As that is the fly out to center field. That will do it. So, I believe another run scored. And we're going to check. So, stand by. As Jerko check swings, there's your score. Los Angeles 9 runs. So that means they scored 2. As that's grounded through the hole for the first out. So Elitski must have singled. That would make sense for the 4th hit. It was 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and 2 left in the top half of the 7th. So that ends the day for Echo, as the count was 1-1 on Riley Kias. And he gets a ball in there. Here's a throw to from right field. He's safe. Riley Kias, how about that? First big league hit. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Pickoff attempt there. Riley nowhere near leaving the bag. Ups full squad. Flew out to center field in the 5th. Mad Knight's still pitching and pitching brilliantly. Well, for Echo, 6 2/3 innings. Gave up all 9 runs on 13 hits. He struck out only 2 and walked none and gave up 1 home run that came in the 6th inning. 1-1 on full squad. Lifts that one out to right. First baseman will not get there. Texas Leaguer between first. And here's a throw. It's not in time. So for once, Seattle is threatening with station-to-station hitting. Down by 8 in the bottom of the 7th. You can never count a team out until they're out. There are 27 outs in total. Seattle has 8 left. So Puerto Rican waves at that first one. He hits that one in the air. It falls again! Oh my goodness gracious. A lucky break for Puerto Rican. The throw comes in to hold the runners. Station to station again. Well, tickle me pink. Here is Kaz. 0 for 2 on the day. Batting here with the bases loaded. First offering from Nate. Looked for a bunt. 0-1. Infield, in. Very, very much. High for ball 1. Well, they're going to look for a bunt double play here. Here's the 1-1. Hits that one! Over the head of the right fielder, and Nate will get to the wall! Puerto Rican is at second. He's rounding third. Here comes Riley. Here comes full squad. Here comes Puerto Rican. Kaz is heading to third. Puerto Rican scores, and how about that? Well, he really fooled him. 3 RBIs for Kaz. Triple first hit of the season. And now there's a runner on third with 1 away in the bottom of the 7th here. How about that? 4 hits in this inning. And now the score is 9-4. Well, Big Nate gonna blame that one on the fielder. They were all playing in. That got past the right fielder, got all the way to the wall. So Echo now bats with 1 on, 1 away. Now they're only down by 5. It's possible. It really is possible. A big hit by Kaz there. Echo, check swings, ball 1. One 0 now is taken for ball 2. So here's the 2-0. Hit in the air to center field. The catch is made. Here comes the throw. It's on a perfect line. Will hold the runner. So here's Velenaris. If Kaz had stayed put on third, he could have went for a mad dash. Well, the captain is 2 for 3 with a single and a home run in the first, and looks for another big one here. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. So I'm a bit perplexed as to why the camera angle didn't work, but 2-0 the count. We're just going to have to make do with what we have here. Seattle threatens. 3-0 on the captain. On deck is Bellinger. Here's the pitch. Fouled to the screen. 3-1. Well, GWHB perhaps not paying attention, but here's the 3-1. And it is hit to center field. It falls in there, and Seattle has the 5th run. 247 Noob is on the mound now. I don't think so. I think it's still a 4-run game. Velenaris with the RBI single for the 7th Seattle hit. 5 have come in this, for the 8th Seattle hit, and 5 have come in this inning. Big Nate is still on the mound. There's, oh my goodness gracious. 1 on and 2 away. Bottom of the 7th. Kaz ignites a little fight here in the Seattle team 1-0 on Bellinger. Bellinger is going to be traded away after this game, probably. Will this be his last cry as a Sonic? Big Nate. Left-hander. Not pitching so quickly anymore. Here comes the 1-0, and it's high for ball 2. Two 2-0 now. In there. Strike 1. The tension is cuttable with a knife, but you probably need like a cleaver. It's pretty tense here. Everyone on their toes. Can Seattle pull through with a come-from-behind victory? They were down 9-1 after 6.5 innings. It's the bottom of the 7th now, and 2-2. Bellinger fills twos down the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on, and a 4-run lead for the Reapers. The big pitch from Big Nate. And he just got him looking. Jerko grounds second and first. Riley Kiaz singles. Full squad singles. Puerto Rican singles. Kaz 3 RBI triples. Echo flies to center field. Valinaris RBI singles. Bellinger strikes out looking. 4 runs. 5 hits. No errors. 1 left. The score after 7 innings. Los Angeles 9, Seattle 5. So, top of the 8th now. Progress. First hit of the series. Last time up, singled in the 6th. 1-1 the count. Aura pitching in relief now, 1-2. If he didn't give up those 2 runs on the first pitch coming out of the bullpen, it would be 7-5 Los Angeles. But it happened. 2-2. That ball is high. So here's the 2-2. In the dirt for ball 3. Fouled. Down the third base side. So here's the payoff pitch. Hit. On a line to short. 1 down here in this inning. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try something. Uh, 0-1. On Mad Night, by the way. 1-1. Count is evened, and he hits that one on a line to the second baseman. There we go. I got my camera back. So we're back here in Seattle for the second out. Cappy, 2 for 4 today. 1-0, ball outside. RBI single. Sorry, 2 RBI double and a double scored on both after both hits. One and one. Inside. Strike 2. Check swing did not go around. Count is tied at 2 apiece. Grounded foul. So here's the 2-2. Ball inside. So here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Cappy. To end the top of the 8th inning, to the bottom of the 8th we go. Frog Rays lines to short. Mad Knight lines to second. Cappy strikes out swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We're here in the bottom of the 8th. Mad Knight. Oh, Mad Knight's finished. Sorry. Big Nate is pitching. And I didn't even realize. He must have only faced Bellinger. That's my bad. I didn't even see the pitching change. Hits that one to first base. First out. Jerko yet to get a hit this season. 0 for 3 today. Riley got a hit in his first game. Whole squad got a hit. Kaz got a hit. First hit of the season. Here's the pitch. Fouled. First base side. Big Nate got the save yesterday. 0-2. Swung underneath that. So here's the 0-2. Swings and a miss for strike 3. Brings up Riley Kias. Now batting with 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. 4 outs to go for the Sonics. Down by 4. 0-1 the count. Fouled. Third base side. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Down he goes to end the inning. Well, top the 9th now. Ball outside. 1-0. In there for a strike. Hit. Third base side foul. Hooked all the way. Had no chance of being fair. Due up in the bottom half as the 1-2 comes, and it's outside for ball 2. Full squad, Puerto Rican and Kaz. 7, 8, 9. Not looking good here. Hits that one. Straight to the first. Bellinger is under it. Makes the catch. So here's Big Nate. Looking to close out another game. 2 for 4 today. 2 singles scored in the 7th. With the Los Angeles run number 8. Hits that one. To second. Puerto Rican has it on the hop and the throw is in time. Here is Andro. Singled and scored in the 7th. His first hit of the day. Scored the 9th run. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. I have no idea what Jerko, I think that is doing. No one's playing third. Now he comes back. 1-1 the count. I guess anything to save a run. But here's the 1-1. Hit over the head of the third baseman. All that dancing, all for naught. Throw comes in to hold him. And here is 2-4-7. In there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. Sorry, Los Angeles does still have 16 hits. 2-1 now. And that one is hit. Oh my goodness, what a catch there by Villanares. For the final out. GWHB pops to first. Big Nate ground second to first. Andro singles 247, pops to short. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. To the bottom of the 9th we go. And here is full squad. First man standing for Seattle. Big Nate looking to close out another victory. This is his second and a third inning of relief. Full squad hits that over the head of the shortstop. He's aboard a leadoff single. Up steps Puerto Rican, 1 for 3 today. Hit number 9 for Seattle. They need 9 runs, not 9 hits. 4 more to go. Here's the pitch. That is hit over the head of the third baseman. The left fielder not paying attention. Rounding second and heading... Oh, no. Left fielder woke up just in the nick of time. Station to station. Puerto Rican on the board. Here is Kaz. Echo, Villanares, Bellinger are the men to follow Kaz. Is he going to come to the bat? 5 seconds. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, he's in now. Left fielder been replaced. Because he went AFK out there in left field. Well, well, well. What do we have here? 2 on. Nobody out. Down by 4. 9th man. Kaz had a big 3-run triple his last time up. He's the reason this game is anywhere near close. 247 Noob is taking the mound and he is coming back off. Just fooling around here. Here's the pitch. Bunted to the catcher. Catcher throws to second. Safe. Kaz is safe. Everybody's safe. Oh, a bonehead play there by the catcher. Should have got the out at first. That's the point of a sacrifice bunt. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Echo. Villanares. Bellinger. Catcher's been removed from the game. 3 on. Nobody out. Last chance for the Sonics here in the bottom of the 9th. Here is Echo. 0 for 4 today. Gave up all 9 runs on the mound. Can he make up for it? All he needs to do is keep the inning alive. Doesn't need to crush the ball, just drive it through the infield and keep doing that. He's got 2 brilliant batsmen behind him and Aura also in the hole. Hits that one out to right. First baseman does not make the catch. 1 run is in. Full squad rounding third and heading home. Puerto Rican holds up at third. It's an RBI single for Echo. Just like that. Los Angeles 9. Seattle 6. 12th hit of the day for the Sonics. Half their runs. They need 3 more. Villanares is 3 for 4. And that for some reason rhymes. And here's the pitch. Ball outside. Well, well, well. The tension is palpable. Or palatable, I should say. Villanares calls time. This is a make-or-break situation. Seattle can walk it off right here. Tying run at first base. Winning run at the plate. Fouled. Third base side, count is even at 1 apiece. On deck is Bellinger. Bellinger is 0 for 3 today with a walk. He struck out looking to end the 7th inning, his last time up. Ora is in the hole. 1 for 4 today with a single in the 4th. Ball outside, 2-1. A walk drives in a run. A hit drives in a run. A home run wins the game. Here's the 2-1. The left-hander is ready. Oh, come on, man. Kicks, winds, delivers, fouled, third base side again. Count is even at 2 apiece. Punch after punch after punch, Los Angeles delivered. 5-run inning in the 3rd. 5 runs on 6 hits there. That was the bulk of their scoring. They added on. Seattle did not add on until Kaz had a big 3-run triple. That ball is hit over the head of the second baseman. Puerto Rican will come in to score. Here comes Kaz. Kaz is making a mad dash for the plate. The throw is not in time. 2-run score. The tying run is at second base. So a big hit there for Velenaris. And he stands at first base with a 2 RBI single. And it's good to see him finally break his hitting slump. He is 4 for 5 today. 3 singles, 1 home run, a total of 4 RBIs. Bellinger now. Can he be the hero? Tying run at second base. He's 0 for 3 today. That ball is inside. Ora is on deck. Churko has yet to get a hit. He is in the hole. So here's the 1-0. Low and in the dirt. 2-0. Pitching around the most talented batsman. He hit a 11 for 13. Runners in scoring position. As of recent, I don't know if it's still the same, but he's batting here with runners in scoring position. That is a hook that clips the high and in corner. It's getting tense here in Seattle. It's only a 1-run game. Wait, yeah. It's 9-8. That's fouled. First base side. Nobody can catch it. Count is even at 2 apiece. It's a 1-run game. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away again. The 2-2. That's hit in the air. Foul down the third base side. Sorry, I'm just fooling around. I don't like how my scoreboard gets hidden by the angle. Probably shouldn't be fooling around such an important time. There we go. I'll take that. 2-2 again. Here's Bellinger. He hits that one. Second baseman takes it himself. The throw is not in time. What the heck? Kelly is safe at second base. What the heck is that? He just ran through the tag. Well, fielder's choice. Second, unassisted. Here is Jerko. So Bellinger makes it a second base on that. Velenaris is at second. Ora was walked intentionally. Velenaris is at third, sorry. Bellinger's at second. Ora intentionally walked. They're going to face the man who hasn't got a hit this season. They're going to face the man who hasn't got a hit this game. But they're not facing a man who hasn't got a hit in his career, that's for sure. Here's a chance for a clutch one. Inside for ball 1. 9-8 the score. Sonics just need 1. Bunted. That will do it. There's not going to be a double play and everybody's safe. Oh, what a bunt. Jerko, his first hit of the season, an RBI single. And now it all comes down to this. Bellinger standing at third base. He's the winning run. Or at second. Jerko at first. The freshman, Riley. He got his first hit. He got his first base when he walked. 1 for 3 today, and he takes that for a ball. It all comes down to him. On deck is full squad. He led off the inning with a single. Bunts again to third. Grounds out to catcher. Riley is safe at first. Fielder's choice. Third to catcher. Jerko now at second. Or is now the winning run at third. Well, it's a tie ball game here. This may be the first time we get extra innings. We await the pitch from the left-hander. Full squad. Takes it down the plate. Strike one. This is the 10th batter in the inning. There is nothing left in the bottom of the ninth. Either you win or you go to extra innings. A real battle. They went 8 runs down. They came 8 runs back. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 strikes. 2 outs. Winning run at third. Bottom of the ninth inning. Extra innings? Or do we go home? Inside for ball 1. On deck, in case you want to know, for the next inning, Puerto Rican. Then Kaz, then Echo. 1 for 2. Inside ball 2. For Los Angeles, if we get to the top of the 10th, Elitski, then Bonds, then Frog Rays. And by the way, I only have 11 innings on my scorecard. He hit that one right center field. That touches down. That's going to be the winning run of the game. Ora is standing there by home plate. Savor this moment. A walk-off in the bottom of the ninth. Full squad does it. He does it in his second ever game in HCBBL. Seattle walks this one off 10-9. They just scored 5 runs in the bottom of the ninth. How about that? How about that? It's your final score, and I just wrote inning 10. It's not the inning 10. It's the final. They've done it. They've come all the way from behind, and I can't get it to fix. I'm crashing out. There we go. Wow. How about that? There's your final score. Seattle 10, Los Angeles 9. In that inning, full squad singles, Puerto Rican singles, Kaz singles, Echo RBI singles, Felinaris 2 RBI singles, Bellinger grounds into fielder's choice, Ora is intentionally passed, Jerko RBI singles, Riley Kias grounds into fielder's choice. Then with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, full squad the hero, RBI single to win the game. 5 runs. Sorry, I'm busy figuring it out. 5 runs on 7 hits. Seattle should have 15 hits. No errors. and I guess technically 3 left. Big Nate will be the losing pitcher. The winning pitcher will be Aura in relief. And it's a big, big day here for Seattle. They've broken their 3-game slide that caught 2 games where their own teammates betrayed them and Benedict Arnold them, and Benedict Arnold the sport of baseball by Fan Alling in back-to-back games. They dealt 9 minutes and 39 seconds of Big Nate stalling yesterday just to lose 3-2 with the bases loaded on a pickoff play. And they've done it here in the bottom of the 9th. They scored 5 runs to take the game away from the Reapers. They did it. And they did it, and they left it late. Kaz had the biggest hit before this 9th inning, a 3 RBI triple when he looked like he was going to bunt. And how about that bottom of the lineup? Riley Kias, his first ever game on an HCBBL diamond. He never played in IPU. He never played in Asia or in the Korean League or in Blitz. And then full squad in his second ever HCBBL game. Then Puerto Rican, the ex-Fuban IPU man, he pulled through as well. And Kaz, oh reliable Kaz, he had not much HCBBL experience going into the season, but he did it, and so did the rest of the team. The top half of the lineup caught up with them at the end. And how about that turn of events for Los Angeles? They were in the cellar yesterday going into the game. They got a win by reversal against Arizona. They took a win from Seattle, a close one. They finally got out of that last place position. They thought they were going to be on a 2-game win streak going into the 1-game series to finish out strong. But no, Seattle at the brink of death. Perhaps if they lost this game, they'd have no chance of making the playoffs. By Jove, they've done it. The Sonics have walked it off in the bottom of the 9th. And we'll take a short break and we'll see if we're going to have a post-game interview. So please stand by.
Simple. One at bat at a time. One at bat at a time. Now let's be. I'm gonna be 100% honest. That boy, that brother, Matt Knight, he was pitching. He was pitching good. He was dealing. He was doing what you want to do from a pitcher. But like I said, we went ahead and we made everything count. And of course, on the at bat, and of course, then it came the fire starter. Of course, yours truly going ahead and hitting that RBI triple. What I saw was that the idea was originally to go ahead and honestly we were going to go bunt. But here's the thing: you live by the long ball sometimes, and you die by the long ball. And I was willing to go ahead and take that risk. And long ball, we went ahead and we hit. We went ahead and we played contact. Goes ahead and gives me a corner, and here to go ahead and knock that one out. and I brought everybody home while going ahead and managing to get a triple in the process.
Yeah, that was a brilliant play. Everyone was in the infield, obviously, and expecting the bunt from you, but for some reason the outfield ran in as well, and it got by the right fielder there, all the way to the warning track for a triple. Now, tell me, that ninth inning, they came into the bottom of the ninth down 9-5. Now, a 4-run deficit is obviously not something that's been unheard of, but 3 outs to get it. And the bottom of the lineup, well, full squad. This was the second ever HCBBL game. Puerto Rican, I believe this was the 6th. He played in the IPU at least. And Kaz, of course, for you, not much experience. Well, talk me through it here. Bottom of the ninth, the 7-8-9 comes up. Talk about that team rally.
Went ahead and we open the opportunity to strike, took advantage of it. Of course, Full Scott went ahead and hit his single, and we went ahead and we saw Puerto go ahead and hit. Olicos go ahead and hit on that single here too. My at bat, I went ahead and I laid down and we did an old strategy since with that going ahead and finally being on the team, me and him have some experience. Matter of fact, we went ahead and we worked together before in IPU, won a championship in season 4. So we went ahead and we did the old strategy that went ahead and helped us go ahead and rally to go ahead and really do the whole thing as a bottom lineup player, which was lay down a bunt, see where it goes. Lay down a good bunt, lay down a better bunt than what was the earlier bunt I went ahead and I had early in the game that resulted in a strikeout. And the catcher was, and of course, whenever I went ahead and I said, capitalize on mistakes, that's the thing that Los Angeles did. They couldn't capitalize on those mistakes. And they went ahead and they got killed because of it. Top of the order, hit after hit after hit after hit, run after run after run after run. And then, well, Scott, once again, we will be here to have a meal tonight. He will never have to go. If he goes into a Seattle restaurant, he will be given free food for what he was able to go ahead and put at the PS. There's just not the coup de grace. Went ahead, saw a pitch, smacked that ball to the outfield, landed it for the walk-off.
Well, yeah, certainly a very impressive come from behind victory, a very riveting bottom of the ninth inning. Now, on to the bigger picture. This is Seattle breaking a 3-game loss streak, of course. Yesterday, they had some controversy with a 9-minute and 39-second time to take to pitch to Talks before Gabriel was picked off of second base. That was a 3-2 loss. And then the game before that, of course, the Mercy Rule game. And not to mention just being swept overall by Columbus, now the Chicago Ravens. So turn away from the 3-game loss streak to this 1-game win streak. How can they take this momentum and make a final end of the line postseason push?
Like I said multiple times already, 1-0 each day. And the plan is walk into Philadelphia. This is the new Seattle. Like, this is welcome to the new Seattle. We aren't gonna go ahead and we ain't gonna lie. We ain't gonna lie down to die. Like, this ain't we ain't soft. We do not do that around here. If we gonna fight, we gonna box until it's the very end. We gonna hit until we can't hit no more. We are like it's either we hit that ball or we going back to the trap house.
All right. Well, that's all my questions for today. I mean, the game answers it for itself. Seattle goes down 9-1, an 8-run comeback, inspired by the man here on the air with me, Kaz. Has that big 3 RBI triple in the 7th inning, has a single and scores in the 5-run bottom of the 9th. Well, thank you very much for joining me. And hold on, let me close out here. All right. Well, that was all for us today here from SESN. We'll be back on the air come Friday. Tomorrow's an off day. That's Thursday. To join you for the renewed Seattle Drive. Well, final score here. From our homestand, Seattle 10, Los Angeles 9. Winning pitcher of today was Orr. Losing pitcher was Big Nate. Both came in the game in relief. So thank you very much for listening. This was your commentator for today's game, and we hope to see you again on Friday. Thank you and good night.